Hey, what's up guys, Adam here, today with a review and installation of the iCarbons Black carbon fiber skin for iPad 2, 3, and 4. Included with the skin was a small card showing where to find installation instructions and some other information about the product. So let's get started. First of all, I'll pull the skin out of the plastic packaging and take a closer look at it. The skin looks just like real carbon fiber and it feels like it as well. Now I can move on to the main part of this video, the installation. If you're trying this yourself, be sure to watch the official iCarbons installation videos before installing the skin. I'll start out installing the front part of the skin. To begin, I'll peel off just a little of the skin from the paper. Then I can carefully line up the camera and light sensor on top with the pre-cut holes in the skin. After I ensure the entire top is lined up, I can slowly pull off the rest of the paper while pushing the sides of the skin onto the bezel of the iPad. Now all that's left is to make sure the bottom left and right corners are lined up and that the home button is perfectly centered in the pre-cut hole. After that, you're pretty much done. Just go around and make sure that you push down the skin everywhere and make minor readjustments where necessary. If you want, after the front is installed, you can put on a carbon fiber home button. In my opinion, this looks really nice and finishes off the carbon fiber look. Now that the front is finally installed, we can move on to the back. This installation is a bit different, so be sure you watch the iCarbons installation videos before attempting this. To do this one, you have to peel it off the paper, lay it face down, and then replace the paper, leaving the top and bottom pieces of the skin uncovered. Make sure the 30-pin dot connector and speaker openings are still visible, as well as the camera opening. Similar to the front, line up the camera hole at the top of the iPad. Once it's lined up, tap it down to hold it in place. Now go to the bottom and make sure your speaker and charging port are lined up, but don't press down on it yet. If you're sure everything is lined up, press down pretty hard on the top to seal it in place. Then peel it up until you get pretty close to the top, but don't remove the whole thing. Now remove the paper and slowly lay down the rest of the skin, rubbing it down as you go. When you get to the bottom, re-ensure that the speaker and ports are lined up on the bottom and press down. Now is where it gets a little trickier. You have to grab a hairdryer on low heat, soften the corners, and then press down to smooth it out. I was having a bit of trouble with this at first, but by the time I did the last two corners, it wasn't that bad. Now you can go around the sides and press it all down, using the hairdryer where necessary, until it's all flat and securely gripping the iPad. If you're having any trouble, be sure to watch the official iCarbons installation videos. They also have an advanced corner techniques video just for installing the iPad corners. Now that I've got the front and back installed, I'm all done. So let's get on to the review portion of this video, after about 3 or 4 days of use. While using my iPad at school, in the car, or anywhere else, the iCarbons texture on the back felt amazing. At first, I thought the iCarbons would give my iPad a pretty good amount of grip. Unfortunately, it did not add much grip as it was pretty slick. I knew this beforehand, but for those of you wondering, the iCarbons will not add any drop protection, just some serious scratch protection. But after all, it is just a skin. Another thing worth talking about is the home button. After installing the carbon fiber skin for the home button, it wasn't necessarily hard to press, just a little stiffer than I'm used to. I originally thought it was due to my poor installation, but after talking to another iCarbons user, their home button was a bit stiff as well. Those were just about the only negative things I have to say about the iCarbons skin for iPad 2. It has a really nice texture and feels great when you're using your iPad. It has a pretty easy installation if you follow the installation videos, and it even works with your smart cover. As you can see, when you have the smart cover on, you can barely even tell the carbon fiber is on there. And the auto sleep wake still works. The only issue I had with the iCarbons and the smart cover is that sometimes the smart cover didn't want to align properly, and I had to slide it around a little bit to get it centered on the iPad. But overall, the iCarbons is fairly easy to install, feels amazing, and looks great. If you're looking for something to protect the back of your iPad when you're using something such as the smart cover, I would definitely recommend you check out iCarbons.com. Alright guys, that just about wraps up this iCarbons installation and review. If you liked it, please hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.